We have lots of food. I am proud to live in Canada because we have shelter. I am proud to live in Canada because we have clean clothes.
I'm proud to live in Canada because seasons change. I am proud because there is no war. I'm proud because there are clean bathrooms.
I'm proud to live in Canada because when it rains, it doesn't flow. Clean bathrooms. We have safe cars. I am proud because we live in a safe country. I am proud because we have a lot of food. I am proud because we have clean bathrooms. I am proud because we have safe cars.
We live in Canada because we do not have nuclear bombs. We don't have war. We have school. We have electricity.
Proud because we choose our government. I'm proud because some people are nice. I'm proud because we have things. I'm proud because we have clothes. I'm proud because for cars there's tunnels for getting to countries back. I am proud because we can feel safe here. I am proud because there's rain and rain makes plants grow. I am proud because girls can go to school.
Fight for our country. They protect our country. Boys go to school, girls go to school. Everybody goes home and school soldiers.
Because there's no war here. I'm also proud because we can't go to school. I'm also proud because we have a country.
Because we can go to school, we have enough food, and we can feel safe here.
I am proud because we have enough food. I am proud because all sorts of people live here. I am proud because we are free in our country.
Bravery means to show courage. The soldiers displayed bravery when they were at war. They faced the dangerous situations with bravery, even though they were afraid.
My name is Farbeen. I'm going to tell you how soldiers are brave. I know that soldiers are brave because they fight in war even if they are scared too. They show bravery, and that's why it's good to be brave once in a while. Some people fight for their country when they're just in high school. We wear puppies just to remember them, and that's a good reason. So let's say that the soldiers spreaded freedom in Canada, and that Canada is very lucky to have freedom.
My name is Mariah. Soldiers are brave because they protect their family and the world from freedom. I think soldiers show bravery because they stand up to someone.
My name is Desmond. I'm going to tell you how soldiers are brave. Soldiers are brave because they stand up for the country to fight and sacrifice themselves because so many people died in the war. I am also going to tell you another way how soldiers are brave. Soldiers are brave because they show bravery. They show bravery by being courageous and defending people from really bad country fighters.
I think bravery means when you're doing something even when you're afraid and to protect people. If soldiers weren't defending our country, we wouldn't be here in our country at a loss.
I think bravery means that you stand up for each other. I think soldiers show bravery because they want to help their country.
I'm going to tell you how soldiers are brave. Soldiers are brave because they want to protect their family and country. I think soldiers have enough courage to fight for their country, plus they risk their life to save their country and give us freedom. Sometimes soldiers stand up for themselves so they can protect their teammates. Soldiers show bravery to their teammates by taking shots in the face or in the leg.
My name's Elisa, and I'm going to tell you how soldiers show bravery. I think soldiers show bravery when they can fight for their country. They fight in war to save us and have peace in our world. In the war, there are gunshots, fighting, and lasers, but soldiers show bravery to save us. When soldiers do that, we make a wreath and put it by a cenotaph to remember the soldiers who died. So now on Remembrance Day, I will wear a poppy to remember the soldiers who had died in war.
Hi, my name is Lamia, and I'm going to tell you about how soldiers are brave. Soldiers are brave because they defend the whole country instead of just themselves, like running away from the war and not fighting in the war. There are other ways too, like they jump out of airplanes flying, even if there are gunshots everywhere, and they have to dodge everything, gunshots, people that are fighting for another country, everything I tell you, and they have to hide behind stuff that are easy to break, like rocks, lest we forget soldiers.
My name is Jabeda, and this is about the soldiers who fought for us. November 11th, the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, and that is Remembrance Day. It is our day, our time to show that we care. The soldiers showed their bravery for our freedom. That's what matters most. Bravery means to have courage. It means to stay strong and to stand up when you need to. Courage is the thing that helps you stand up. Without it, you'll only have the fear that makes you stay quiet. We need to have the courage that the soldiers do. R.I.P. soldiers.
I'm Ariva. I'm going to tell you how soldiers are brave. They're brave because they are afraid, but they still want to defend their country. Here's a story of how I was brave. When I lived in Pakistan, me and my mom's friends were going to our aunt's house, and then two strangers came and were trying to steal our stuff. One said he's going to shoot my mom, but I stood up in front of my mom, so I was protecting my mom. I was holding her, and then after a few minutes, they left.
That's bravery.
The grade 3-4 would like to present a poem about bravery called So You Want to Be a Soldier, written by Patty Masterman, with editing by the grade 3-4s. So you want to be a soldier and learn those fighting moves. Be a member of a team in the soldier school.
So you want to be a soldier and go far from your home and learn there how to be brave as you fight and roam.
So you want to be a soldier and hold your buddy's hand. As he or she takes a final breath, there on some mortal sand.
So you want to be a soldier and call the road to your bed and never know just when or where you'll lay down your tired head.
So you want to be a soldier, be brave in some plot, maybe far from your hometown after you have fought.
So you want to be a soldier? Well, there's no finer choice than giving so unselfishly to freedom's song your voice.
But your names they'll remember as they speak of you with awe, and wonder at your bravery and wonder what you saw.
Many people will shake your hand and thank you for their freedom. They'll say it's an amazing gift that you are still breathing.
You'll live more than other people and suffer much more too. But in the end, you'll count it as the best thing you could do.
And the biggest thank you that you will ever receive is in the eyes of loved ones when you're back home with relief.
So if you know any older soldiers, please shake his and her hand today and tell them that you're grateful that they chose the soldier's way.
The Past Soldier by Ion. My great-grandfather was a soldier. He was in an army, but luckily there was no war at his time. Good thing his army and himself didn't fight in World War II in 1939. I wish I met him in person. I wish I knew more about him. Even my mom doesn't know more about him. If my grandma and grandpa lived with my family and me, then I would have asked them more about my great-grandfather's life as a soldier. I saw a picture of him yesterday. He looked like a brave man to join the army. I wished I knew more the story of what happened to him as a soldier. On Remembrance today, I'll remember him from this day on too. I'll remember him from anywhere and any time.
This story is called The Call by Kayla Joy. One night they got a call. Charles answered the phone. A voice coming from the phone said that we're having a second war and that Charles had to go. When he got there, he met a friend named William. He had white hair. All of a sudden there was a boom and chunks of dirt flew all over. There was bombs being dropped. And Charles got seriously hurt. While he was in the infirmary, he met a nurse named Mary. And then they fell in love. When he got all fixed up, Charles and Mary got married. They lived in a house in Amherstburg, Ontario, on the water. Now Charles and his wife Mary have 12 children, and one of them is my grandfather. May they both rest in peace.
The Way We Live Now by Fatima. Some kids born in this generation don't think that families long ago had to sacrifice much. But if you think that, you're wrong, because long ago men were taken to war forcefully. Men who went to war sacrificed their families and maybe their life to protect Canada. The way we live now is because of the people who came back alive and passed away fighting for us. So you shouldn't forget their favors. So on the 11th month of the 11th day of the 11th hour, we have 2 minutes of silence to show our respect towards them. We should remember them in our hearts and never forget them. Remember, on the 11th month of the 11th day of the 11th hour, show 2 minutes of silence. Remember, the way we live now is because of them.
Thank you for your sacrifice. Silent now the soldiers sleep, their tails long laid to rest. I knew them not yet, still I weep, and put a poppy over my chest. They were husbands, wives, fathers, mothers, so valiantly they fought. On shores stained, on hands and knees, it was our freedom that they sought. Courageously they stood their ground, but freedom carries a cost. Thousands of men and women were wounded, countless lives were lost. So thank you for your sacrifice and all those who have served. Sleep now, you have earned it. Your peace is well deserved.
Since the beginning of time, people have fought for their human rights. In many countries, tyrants, dictators, and warmongers have stripped people of basic dignity and freedoms.
In Canada, we have fought internally and externally to establish rules for the fair treatment of all people. In 1982, Canada created a Charter of Human Rights.
Human rights are rights that acknowledge the dignity and worth of an individual and ensure that equal rights and opportunities are available to all without discrimination.
Because the soldiers fought and died in Canada, we have the right to freedom of expression. We have the right to play. Freedom of association. We have the right to hang out with whoever I want or any group I want.
Work at any job. I can work as a doctor, a teacher, a lawyer, or a firefighter.
Life, liberty, and security. Everyone has the right to have a lawyer upon arrest.
The right to equality and for the law, even though I'm virtual. I have the right to my already language. Freedom of speech, I can speak my mind. Because our soldiers fought and died, we have the right to peaceful assembly and protest.
You have the right to an exceptional education regardless of your financial status or race. We have the right to quality health care even if we can't afford it.
I have the right and freedom to vote and run for any office.
the freedom of mobility, I can leave the country and stay whenever I want.
We have freedom from illegal search and seizures. No one can search through your things without a warrant.
No one can discriminate against us of race.
No one can discriminate me because of my age.
No one can discriminate against us because of our colors.
No one can discriminate us because of gender.
No one can discriminate against us because of origin.
No one can discriminate against me because
No one can discriminate against disability or intelligence.
no one cannot be discriminated against the basis of sexual orientation.
No one can discriminate me by medical status.
I have a dream that someday people will be judged by the content of their character and not the color of their skin. Thank you.
For those of us born during peacetime, all wars seem far removed from our daily lives. We often take for granted our Canadian values. The Canadians who went off to war in distant lands went in the belief that the values and beliefs enjoyed by Canadians were being threatened. They truly believe that without freedom, there can be no enduring peace. And without peace, no enduring freedom.
All children want peace, even the ones who sneak popsicles before supper, who erase scribbles and math workbooks, who can never find their shoes,
And especially ones who stare at photographs from behind barbed wire.
Who cannot walk down the street in a new pair of sneakers.
Who never had playground equipment.
Who are born in places where you wouldn't be caught dead.
Who never go to the circus.
Who live in an X-rated world.
And these children want peace.
Who bring us sticky kisses and fistfuls of dandelions.
Who hug us in a hurry and forget their lunch money.
And these children need peace.
Who never get dessert.
Who have no safe blanket to drag behind them. Who watch their parents watch them die.
Who can't find bread to steal. Who don't have rooms to clean up.
Whose pictures aren't on anybody's dresser.
Whose monsters are real.
And still more children want peace, like those who spend their allowance before Tuesday.
Who throw tantrums in the grocery store and pick at their food.
Who likes ghost stories.
Who shoves dirty clothes under their bed.
Who never rinses out the tub.
Who will eat anything. Who have never been to the dentist. Who gets visits from the Tooth Fairy.
Who aren't spoiled by anybody. Who don't like to be kissed by mom and throw up to school.
Whose tears we sometimes laugh at, whose smiles can make us cry. Who squirm in the church and scream in the phone.
Who go to bed hungry and cry themselves to sleep.
All children need peace, even those who want to be caring and those who must.
Whom we never give up on, and for those who don't get a second chance.
All children want and need peace, lest we forget the real need for peace.
In Flanders fields the poppies blow.
Between the crosses, row on row,
that mark our place and in the sky,
the lark still bravely singing fly.
Stairs heard under the guns below.
We are the dead short days ago.
We lived, built, saw sunset glow. Loved and were loved, and now we lie
in Flanders fields.
Take up our quarrel with the foe.
To you from failing hands we throw
the torch be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die,
we shall not sleep though poppies grow
in Flanders fields. It's not too late. Together we can change